and I just can't.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Get rid of Minley's nerves.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Finally coming on the pod, you feel me?
What? I know.
We only brought a line for her.
Oh. Wait, are we filming right now?
It's filming, but
We
like,
are
it
live.
doesn't have to be.
Okay.
It's not for sure. I'll put it in.
Oh my god, now I'm really nervous.
Oh my god, you'll be fine,
I'm
man.
nervous. You'll be alright.
Here, mix your drink.
I'm shaking.
Why are you shaking? Here.
You know I get shy.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
You
do.
weren't shy on Big Brother.
I was
There's
shy.
100 cameras in there.
I was so shy. That was one of my biggest fears.
You feel like you start off shy, or you
you like
you
warm
become
No,
shy?
I'm shy. Like I'm shy and I'm nervous, but like I feel like I hide it well.
You don't give me shy at all. Like zero,
shy.
like negative, 100%.
shy?
Yeah, negative shy. I don't get it. You're, if anything, you're like fake shy right now.
No,
so.
I'm not fake shy.
Nah, you're a fraud, and so I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
You'll be fine.
Hello?
Take another shot.
Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Do-do-do-do.
Yo, quick question. This might sound crazy, but like,
What?
Oh my god. How you gonna start it like that? What are you gonna say,
yo,
bro?
hold on. So yo, like, is pho like Vietnamese food? Is that like
Pho?
Yeah.
pho? That's Vietnamese, right?
Yes,
Pho?
sir. It is.
I
It
thought I
is-
was gonna be very wrong just now. That's why I
No,
thought.
no,
Yeah, it is.
I-
Viet-
you're right,
It is
you're right.
It is Vietnamese. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But why are you asking her that?
I like pho, and she's Vietnamese.
Oh, okay. I just
Yeah,
You have
no,
to say it properly though.
I just want to make sure because
Pho, right?
It has like a question mark over it. So it's pho.
Fun. Yo, I
Oh,
actually
you
learned
gotta
that.
say it with
That's
the.
the real way to say
Pho?
it.
I learned that
It's
my
pho.
business partner is Vietnamese,
Pho.
and all those little things on top,
They're
it changes
accents. It's like French.
how it sounds. I was like,
Oh, it's like how
Like
you
French.
carry out the rest of them.
yeah, like Ashantugu or whatever. What's that shit called? Ashantugi.
I have no idea. I don't
Oh,
know.
guys,
God.
Sacre bleu.
this is fucking heavy.
Yo, man's know Ivana the Yukon?
Yeah.
Man's remember that show, right? Okay, cool. I was
That's
talking
a
to
big
somebody.
show.
I was talking to somebody about that. They said they didn't remember it. So I'm like, nah.
That's a big show.
you're not-
Ivana the Yukon.
You're not about to Nelson Mandela affect me on this one. I know Ivana the
So
Yukon.
when do we know that we've started?
Oh no, we started. He just gets to like.
Okay, but like,
edit
do you
whatever.
guys do like
We're gonna do intro, we're gonna do
3, 2, 1,
Nah.
action?
We just roll into it because it's a pod.
Oh, you guys
It's a
don't have the
conversation.
little.
Nah, set, cut,
I want
type
to.
shit.
I would want to do
Start
that.
it off. You want to start it off? Open for us.
Okay, no, you're the opener. That's
let me
it's your.
open it.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's going to be a very special episode, but welcome back. You know what I'm saying? It's yours truly, the one and only, here as always. Mandem.
You got your boy C's at ease.
Straight.
Beautiful Sunday here.
My name is Isaac, number 9.
He's back.
I'm back.
You feel me? And we have a special, so special guest. You guys definitely
Okay,
should
you're
know
really
who.
making me uncomfortable now.
I'm trying to.
Please.
I'm trying to
I
gas you
already
up.
told you I'm shy and I'm nervous.
I can't gas you up.
No, you gotta soak
Yeah, you
it
can
in.
gas me up, but don't be too sexual
Okay.
about it.
Okay, you can introduce yourself then.
No, introduce me.
We got the one and only Min Lee in the building. Woo! Finally, woo! Long overdue. You know, say we finally got her on the pod, and
I'm so shy right now.
she's claiming she's shy, ladies and
My
gentlemen.
heart's racing,
Why?
and I might need to go to the bathroom.
No, you're not leaving right now. You're not leaving right now. You were here. We said we're gonna shoot.
No, I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm just saying like how I feel.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
How's life?
It's good.
Just good?
Yeah, I mean it's always interesting. My life is like not
Normal.
it's not your typical. I'm not your typical person. So
Anyways, for those who don't know, this woman and I were on a TV show called Big Brother. Definitely talked about it many times. We're
it's a
also
bit redundant.
It's a bit.
but-
I mean, I only talked
but
about it
at
the first
least-
episode, right?
At least we have like my perspective now.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people have been asking. You know,
I know.
even yesterday, last night we went out. People were like, "Oh, you're on a show, this and that. You know, this and that. How do we work out? All that." But yeah, we still get questions
I
to this
feel like
day.
the main thing is like perception is not reality. Like that, I feel like is like the main theme of like what I want to say today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not,
You're right.
right? And like people, I don't know. We were exes. They made us like super lovey-dovey. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's a TV show, right? You guys seen how the
Yeah.
edits
Yeah, you
were,
gotta
right?
But I mean,
exaggerate
like,
shit.
it's
Like live feeds were different.
It's frustrating. I feel like it's frustrating. Like when I date, everybody like associates me with you. And they're
Really?
like,
For life.
yeah, for life. And they're just like, they make it seem like bigger than what it actually was. It's like we're bonded for life for sure.
But what did they say? Like what did these guys say?
No, but it because of TV, because of perception, makes it seem like we were in like a long-term, like serious, like committed relationship when it was like a fling that was televised, that was cut and edited to make it seem lovey-dovey. You know what I mean? And it's like annoying for me to have that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
It might be good for you, but
I get it too. Like girls will ask me, be like, "What happened with you and that Asian girl? You know, Big Brother. You guys were in love. You guys are getting intimate. This and that. I thought you guys were gonna work out and this and that. So it doesn't affect my dating life.
it was real. Like it was real, like feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
But it was like so heightened because it's like we went through this traumatic experience together, this unique experience. Like how many people can say you're on Big Brother during a pandemic?
Yeah,
You know, and then we went on another show, and we're the only two people from our season that got called to do another show. So we're like bonded for life because of that.
But go back to the Big Brother. Like what initially, like how did that, you guys even start talking?
Who made the first move?
Yeah,
type
who made
shit.
the first move?
Her.
Okay, I want
She did.
No, I want to tell you how
shy?
I felt. How I felt when I saw Jamar was like, oh, my whole body, like I seen him come in, do the pop smoke, and I was so disgusted by this man, and my feeling was like, get this man away from me.
Yo, you were
Like,
giving me cold shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen it. I'm like, hey, what's your name? You look good. And she's like, Min Lee. And I'm like, okay. Like immediately you gave me like side eye, like you were annoyed of my shit.
Immediately I was
like,
I was so annoyed of him. I was like, it's like my body knew like we were gonna go through some bullshit together, and I was like, nah, no, I don't want to do this.
You still did it though.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
you still did it.
But that's good though. I like what you said. What made you actually like open up to him and you guys actually becoming friends?
I think what happened was like we bonded in the house because we had like I felt like he felt understood by me, like because there were a lot of like
Facts.
white people in the house that
Whitewashed
were like,
too.
that were just like Jamar was kind of like entertainment for them. They were like, hey, Jamar, hey.
I feel like if any of the
And-
mandem went into the crib, they would have probably found like you entertaining too. Just alone,
Just the
how we
fact that-
talk.
Yeah,
just how we talk.
Just the fact you're like an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Yeah.
they don't hang around people like you. And
Yeah.
for me, you're just
like Sheldon, like
Sheldon
he
was-
fit right in.
Sheldon was cooning.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was cooning on that.
Super cooning.
Yo,
Super cooning. I seen his haircut. I was like, coon. He's a coon.
Uncle Tom.
hey, we're squashed now. You know,
Yeah,
that's
let's
my
not
wrestling
diss-
brother.
At the time.
Let's not
No,
diss
you guys are
Sheldon.
squashed. I still have beef, bro. I didn't like how we did my nigga Jamar, bro.
Yeah, I
I won't
didn't-
lie to you.
Can we get over it though? Can I have another? Can I have another shot?
No,
Thank
but you're
you.
right though, because we had like even Angie was kind of like on the whitewash side too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like so
She was
basically
also mad annoying.
what she was trying to say is like she lived in Toronto and like in Montreal there's bare like Jamaicans and like different
Haitian.
cultures
It's
over there,
just
right?
like it's not a
not-
black person is not new
Yeah.
to me. Like
Yeah.
I was
you
our
know?
first black friend in there, Doug. Some of them.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for them, yeah. So I felt like you felt comfortable around me. I felt comfortable around you. Also, like I was isolated, and so were you. We were both kind of like life kind of forced us to bond, and then like
In a
the
sense,
person
yeah.
that we wanted out the most was Kyle. So we bonded over that.
Who's
sure.
Kyle again? These
The guy that
These
I was-
steroids,
the guy that I told him.
weird.
The guy with the long hair.
Steroids.
So I thought.
I'll say from my side, I was like, when I seen her, I was just, I was like, this girl look, she looked good and a
But you
nice.
felt that about all the girls. Come on.
No, okay, don't do that. Honestly, if we're gonna
Honestly,
be
yeah.
no, if we're gonna be real, when I looked at the whole cast, like as when everyone's sitting on the couch, I was kind of disappointed. Like as a group, I'm not gonna. I said this before.
I didn't say
I'm saying as a
in
group.
you say that, but then in another breath, you've
disappointed.
said to me, we're the best looking cast of Big Brother.
I mean, Big Brother Canada is not really. They don't really. I think we were the best looking cast. Like
we were ethnically diverse.
Yeah,
for
we
sure,
were the
compared
most
to-
diverse
Yeah,
cast
you
too.
guys got a brown man from Brampton.
Yeah.
Hero alive.
Hero.
Black man, yeah.
They did that for me though.
What?
They made it ethnically diverse for me because they asked me about like, what is your type? What is your type? What is your type?
They made the whole show for her.
They made the whole show for me.
Every nigga they can find.
They asked me like, what's your type? And I was like, oh, like I held a United Nations summit.
Damn.
Wow.
So they casted everybody from everywhere, Doug.
Okay, all right.
But no, I was saying like when I looked at the whole cast, I was just like, I feel like we're definitely the best looking, but like it doesn't mean it's like bad. Like the gal them were like super fire. I just looked at it like, like we're the best looking, but like I wasn't like super attracted to one person where it was like, whatever.
But you told me I was the prettiest girl on the show.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't lying about that.
I didn't really watch, like I watched the episodes, but like I was a live watcher.
Yeah.
Like we would link up every day, go to one of our brethren's house.
And we would shut down the lives.
Yeah, you guys were killing their lives.
Because we would get really explicit.
The off national live shit.
Yeah,
right?
it wasn't it wasn't the show. As a matter of fact, I feel like in the show, they didn't even really put you guys too much in the show.
She was more on the show than I was.
Yeah, you were killing her lives.
I was doing more.
Yeah, the first week you won the competition and like you were more like drama.
I was doing more like game related stuff, and you were talking your shit in front of the cameras, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that because I'm shy.
I was talking game. It just wasn't,
So you went in there for
they rather the fuckery.
No, it sounds like you went in there for Gil.
No, I didn't. Okay.
He does everything for Gyal.
Getting there.
He does everything for Gyal. He's a Gyalist.
Yeah, listen.
That's why we didn't work out.
Listen, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Right.
I didn't go listen, I went in there to win 100K.
No, you didn't. See, I went in there and said, you're pretty. What's your name?
Whatever, man. Whatever. Listen. Listen, you guys know there's bare dead time in there, dog. I want to at least
I saw.
Nah, true.
But you were entertaining in that side.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, being a live watcher, what I was going to say is like, I feel like you guys, it's perfect that you guys landed in the same space. Because I feel like you needed her there.
Yeah.
You needed somebody that understands.
Accountability too.
Yeah, like demand them, like understands how
I
we
made
move.
you famous.
Allowed you to be yourself in a way. Not that
Not
that
that's
I was going to stop you, but
I will say though, like, I felt nervous about the fact that we were going into a house with like 365 hidden cameras. But like,
that's how much it was?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Every single one of them.
But
I lost count.
I feel like the two people that made me forget about the cameras were you and Kyle.
No, he was a personality. I'll admit
Kyle
that.
he was a fucking douchebag asshole, but he was fucking hilarious.
He was funny.
Sarcastic.
I'll give him that.
Super sarcastic, super funny. And I loved like talking with him because he would just talk shit.
Yeah.
And I loved talking with you, like fighting with you, entertain me. I would pick fights with you just for fun.
I'd entertain it for fun.
Yeah.
I was never like cheesed. Like just
also everything was
that one crash.
Until the run crash. Whatever. I was expressing my feelings, right? Like you said.
Exactly.
What was that dynamic like though? Knowing that Jamar didn't really rock with Kyle, but you were cool with Kyle.
But I would
you would talk to him at least.
No, we were, but we both were.
She was playing the game.
So you're gaming.
No.
Okay.
I understood that like on a personal level, I was cool with him, and then I thought we had made an alliance in the beginning, so I thought that I was in an alliance with him, but then I realized he was snaking me midway through. So I was like, fuck this. I realized it was a fake alliance on his part. But as a person, like I was one of the people that was able to separate game from personal.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So personally, like I enjoyed talking with him, but like game wise, I knew he was my enemy because he made a fake alliance with me. How could I trust you?
Okay.
Right.
And game wise, I took it personally.
And he would chill with Kyle. He was cool with Kyle too. We would all joke together.
No,
remember?
I said he was funny. Like he was actually pretty funny until I found out he was talking shit. Like saying he's gonna put me on slop and like calling me a clown and like behind like I feel like he was mocking me. You know, he coming to me like yo fam, like he tried to talk. He'd be like bumble club. He would do that. He was doing that. Yeah, fam, he would come up to be like walk on because I would teach him some.
He would ask you to say the N-word. He's like, come on, say the N-word.
Whenever me and Sheldon,
that shit cheesed me.
You guys remember that? It went viral on Twitter.
I didn't like that shit at all.
So like I found out like he was talking mad shit about me and like I felt like he was mocking me. So then that's when I started. I'm like, yo, fuck this nigga, bro. Yeah. I was like, I'm done with this nigga. Like, no more fake shit. After that, it was no more jokey. Like, we were never joking around the same.
All right.
But yeah.
So since we're there, that crash out, like
she started that meeting.
That's what I was gonna say.
You started that meeting?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
You called that meeting.
Yeah.
So,
But wait, he antagonized me to call it.
Let him ask the question. What's the question?
but what was your perspective on Jamar? Like, what do you think about Jamar, or what do you think that he was going through at that moment? Because for me, watching it, I knew exactly what Jamar was going through. All the words that he said, like, we're sitting there like, yo, Jab misses the man, in fact. Real talk, because we're looking at it, we're like, bro, he's in. You can tell he's like a locked up tiger in a cage. Like the man's pacing around. He doesn't know what to do. He's threatening man's like. He was at his wit's end. So what did you think at that time?
So what I thought at the time was like two things. I was like, okay, first of all, everybody was attacking me when I started the house meeting. Everybody was shitting on me, and I was there defending myself. So the fact that like he got angry, like showed me he really had my back, number one. So I appreciated that. But I felt like on a game level, I was analyzing it and I was like, this is not a good look for Jamar.
Oh, definitely not.
It wasn't a good look game-wise. Like I thought strategy-wise, it wasn't a good look for him, but it was good for me because it took the heat off of me in that moment.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel threatened by him, or I knew it wasn't serious. I know that like that move was like a Karen move. Like Kyle made a Karen move by going to producers and being like, I feel threatened. You know,
the biggest nigga in the house, but I feel threatened.
I feel threatened. He was just, but I knew how he was. Like I would tell Jamar, I'm like, I feel like this guy's a sociopath.
Yeah.
That's why he's so smooth. He's so charming. He knows how to like work the system.
Yeah.
That's what he did. So it's like, okay, good for you. In that moment, it was Machiavellian what he did. But, you know, ultimately he got his karma and everything unfolded the way that it, you know, it was meant to happen that way. And it ended up being beneficial for you. It ended up being like a blessing in disguise. Cause like the GoFundMe, the clout, and then like MTV and shit reaching out to you, and then X on the beach.
Yeah.
And then like them interviewing you and asking about your ex, and I was your ex, and you're like, she's the craziest bitch I ever met in my life. And they're like, who is this girl? And then they found me, and then, you know, even though like that was disappointing, our time on X on the beach was like a total flop. I had so much. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, we're going on an American show. We were on a Canadian show. The population in the US is like way bigger. Like California's population is 1 million more than Canada.
Yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
So I was thinking, bro, we were popular on Big Brother. So if we go on an American show, I'm gonna get like 100K. I was calling him and I was like, how many followers? Let's make a bet. And he was being so conservative. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Because X on the Beach is not a big show as you thought it was.
I just thought like, I was thinking, what was that big show that came on during the pandemic? Like a Love
on Netflix?
Love is Blind?
Love is Blind.
Too Hot to Handle?
Love
Too
Island?
Hot to Handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, oh shit, we're gonna get like millions of followers.
No, cable's
and
dead.
Then I'm gonna be an Instagram follower, Instagram influencer, and make mad money, like one post. Like that's how I was thinking.
Nah,
you
cable's
know?
dead. I'm
an opportunist, so I was thinking like that. And then it was just like we've been on 2 flop reality shows. That's our legacy. Together. That's why we're bonded for life.
Hey man. Hey, listen.
So
It's true.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm never gonna pretend like I will never gas myself up without merit. Like I will tell it like it is. Yeah. So that's the reality. We were on 2 flop reality shows, super fucking traumatic, but I wouldn't take it back because I learned so much. Like
I definitely wouldn't take it back.
Chance, that experience.
A lot of people can't say what they did, like what I did. They can't say what we did. You know what I'm saying?
Just the pops.
How many niggas been on MTV? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I like to look at everything positive, right? Yeah. Like I wouldn't say it was a flop necessarily. I would look at it like when I look back, like I could say like, okay, I did this. Like I really did this shit. I went on TV, did my little dance. I went viral. I was calling niggas out. The interview with Ika. I went crazy. I was being my authentic self. I was being the real ass nigga that I am. Everybody was fucking with me before I got kicked out. Yeah. I was the most lit nigga on my season in the whole fam. To this day, people come up to me about that shit in my city at least. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's a Toronto thing. I feel like in that realm, I kind of like put on for Toronto. Then with X on the Beach, it's like how many niggas can say they were on MTV? The same network as Jersey Shore. Doesn't matter if the shit was for flop. I like to take the positive out of things, right?
No, for sure. I'm saying like from the outside perspective.
Oh yeah, people can say it's a flop. Yeah,
but for me, I'm like, okay, everything happens for a reason. I'm very positive about everything, but I'm like, everything happens for a reason. I think it was super educational. And like, that's why I said at the beginning of the podcast is like, perception is not reality. Like what we went through on reality TV should be like a reminder to everybody to like question everything. Like what you see on the news, like what you see on social media, like it's not reality. It's what you leave out of the story is sometimes much more important than what you put in.
Yeah.
And there's like so many examples of that. Like even on X on the Beach, for example, there was a scene where him and I are in bed together, cuddling, and then they kept like talking about like asking me about sex, and like I just talked.
Yeah, that show was mad sexual.
And I just was like, blah, 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 blah. But they made it seem like him and I like had like this super like sexual. I mean, it was like that on Big Brother, but like we never. That's what I'm saying. Like perception.
We never what?
We never had sex.
On what?
Like on the show.
Oh, okay.
And then like that doesn't count. That doesn't count. I'm sorry. That doesn't count.
Like,
hey, we tried to have. Did we try to have sex in the Big Brother house?
I did see that.
Yeah, I feel like I seen that live too. I feel like I did too. I feel like I did too.
I want to tell you guys something. I was horny, but I did not want to have sex with you. You know why?
Why?
Because I knew I was going to get crazy.
Crazy what? Digmatized?
I knew that I was going to lose control over myself. And I was like, my focus was the game.
But you're a gamer. Like, just you talking, I'm hearing, like, you were there for the game for real.
I was there for the money.
And then this nigga just came in.
I was there for the money.
Sexual opportunity.
And my money. He was not. So the fact that he kept saying, like, we could have. But I was like, no.
Do you remember that one time?
Control. Because I was already starting to get jealous. I was already starting to get controlling.
When next girl talking to me.
Yeah, I was, and I know.
But do you remember that one time we were in the bedroom?
If I let you hit,
I remember that.
If I let you hit, I feel like I own you.
Oh shit.
Well, not me, but listen.
No, I do.
You wouldn't have owned me. You wouldn't have owned me. But listen, do you remember when we were under the sheet and the producer came?
I remember that.
So fine, we were basically like, what were we doing? Making out, right? Under the sheet, and like I think I took off your your drawers or whatever, and then. The producer came on the speaker and he was like, "Go grab a condom, Jamar." You remember that?
Yeah.
He came on the speaker and said that?
He said that?
No way.
I guess he thought we were going to fuck.
I made jokes to the producers. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get pregnant in the Big Brother house." Because I just talk shit. Yeah. So they were like really concerned about that.
Fam, we're here. Like, I'm getting hot,
fam.
Bro, I remember when you guys went into bed, because we, like I said, we watched it live. But I remember when you guys went into bed, fam, and then the live turned off.
Yeah. That's why it turned off.
Under the sheets. Under the sheets.
Yes, bro. I'm telling you, the live turned off. We're like, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, it was the worst time for it to turn off. But now that you're saying that, that's probably why they turned off.
So that's why it turned off. I remember seeing that.
Wait, guys. I have something to tell you that you guys don't know.
Wow.
You guys don't know this, but
I'm telling you, fam, it was creepy.
I don't know if you guys have you mentioned the fact that like producers have like individual meetings with us before we get in the house. Did you talk about that? Okay, so the producers had a meeting with me before getting into the house, and they said, "Min, we just want to let you know that like if you are down for someone and you want to hook up, please, foreplay is your best friend because there are cameras rolling and we don't want your naked body to end up on the live feeds. Yeah.
On
so
Reddit.
like work your way up to it so we know when to time it to shut that shit off.
Yeah.
To prevent a lawsuit, to prevent something negative from happening. They said, please, if you want to have sex with somebody, don't just fuck them right there and then. Yeah. You got to work your way up to it.
Yeah, they told me the same thing. They're like, foreplay,
for your protection,
do all that.
Foreplay is your best friend.
That's smart though.
And then I was just like, okay,
or you could just tell them.
Foreplay is my only friend.
They said we could tell them too.
All we're going to do is foreplay.
They said we could tell them too though. They told me like if you can even give us a heads up if you want. Yeah, like we're gonna get into it.
They fucking gave me a trick because like you're not allowed to sleep. You're not allowed to take naps.
Yeah,
right?
that's
And
annoying,
they literally
dog.
control the lights. Like they keep the lights on till, I think they were keeping the lights on till like 5 a.m, and they were letting us sleep 3-4 hours a night because we were fucking exhausted.
Damn.
That's why you see on Big Brother, like when they wake up, they're all like,
Masha.
What is it? It was probably like 7 a.m.
groggy.
It's like 7 a.m.,
Whoa.
8 a.m. type
Yeah,
shit.
Every single person, every single one of us, when we left that house, we were going to bed at 6 a.m. Why? Because these motherfuckers kept us up that late. So I found a loophole when they told me foreplay is your best friend. Like I would nap and they would say, Minli, wake up. Minli, don't do that. And I would say, Big Brother, I'm not napping. And I'd wink at them and make it seem like I'm a sex addict. Like I'm,
Touching herself.
I'm touching myself, but really I was napping.
They told you if you're going to masturbate, let us know too.
So that's why they would let me nap. I would pretend. I would say, Big Brother, I'm not napping. Wink, wink, wink. And they'd be like, okay, girl's got to do her thing.
You're smart.
I never once tried to masturbate. I was too scared.
I told them I was a sex
too
addict.
scared.
I was afraid. Like I told them I was so honest.
How do you feel like all the affection, like kissing and doing all that with me? Did you feel like weird if your family was watching? Like, did you feel away?
I was nervous about going into the house because I know how I am.
Yeah.
And like I was concerned about that. But like looking back, I'm like, oh, whatever. Like I know I didn't, I know I didn't do anything. Like, I mean, I do.
My family was like, whoa.
I am kind of vulgar sometimes.
So your family already knew that. See, my family didn't know I was like that.
No, my family didn't really. I mean, I think they knew, low key they knew. But I don't.
It's okay if you don't want to talk about it, but did they like judge you after or anything? Or
I mean, my family's always judging me. I'm the black sheep of the family.
got you.
What do you think of me?
They're always judging me.
What do you think of me?
Oh, it was weird. Like coming off the show, my dad was like, "Oh, your boyfriend have your back."
Real niggas.
Yeah, my dad was like, first
Shout out
thing,
to
Jama, your boyfriend have your back, Minli.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops.
my dad likes her too, though. My dad was saying the
your
same
dad
thing.
likes me too much.
Okay, don't do that.
Don't
do that.
I'm like, we should have your dad and my dad on the show because they're so similar, actually.
That'd be interesting.
My dad's a player.
My dad's not a player. What are you talking about? My dad's a good, upstanding individual. That man raised me like a good, strong Jamaican black man.
Our dads are
Minli,
similar.
my dad is a great man, okay? All right?
Yo, this is scary.
Did we talk about restrictions? Yes, let's move on. My dad watches this, dog.
Yo, shout out Pop. Shout out Pop.
Makes the best soup, dog.
Yo, that
Best
soup?
Manishwata.
Yo, that Manishwata?
Yo, it's crazy.
Yo, our dads even look alike.
Yeah,
They look
Pale
alike.
skin.
Our dads have the same name, so shout out Pops,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
Yeah,
Tyrone.
our dads look alike. They both have shaved heads. They're both cute. They're both charming. They're both smooth. They're not players.
Exactly.
They wish they were, though. They wish they were,
No,
right?
not mine.
I feel like they'd be so cute together. They'd be like besties.
Maybe.
I kind of want to see them together. I feel like they would get
One
along.
day we'll see.
That would be my dream.
At the wedding.
At the wedding.
There's no wedding. There's no wedding.
Might as well be.
She said, shut that shit
It makes
down.
sense.
You know,
His
makes
last
sense.
name is Lee.
I know,
Is your last
Ming
name
Lee. No, my last name is not Lee.
Okay,
My
okay.
first name is Ming Lee,
Ming
but
Lee,
if we
okay,
got
okay.
married, my name would be Ming Lee Lee.
That's mud.
Ming Lee Lee.
Okay. We still on Big Brother? What's next? Did we cover everything with Big Brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered the crash show. We covered everything.
Cover everything.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to
X
go?
on the beach.
X on the beach.
Okay,
X on the
I
Beach.
want to tell you guys the difference. Did you talk about the difference between X on the Beach and Big Brother? Like
X on the Beach was like more like, I feel like it was more kind of scripted.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing that I want to say about X on the Beach versus Big Brother. So, Big Brother had hidden cameras, right? So it was kind of easy after a while. You get accustomed to the fact that you're like, you forget about the cameras.
Yeah.
But X on the Beach was like being on Jerry Springer.
The cameras are in your face.
falling around you
They
type
had-
shit.
Running away,
Like,
the man's like,
Yeah. So there were multiple cameramen. And the thing was, is like when I came on the show, and like this is, I don't think that we're being cocky when we say this. I think this is like an honest testimony, is like when I came on and we were like interacting, all of the fucking cameramen were on us.
Bro, these guys would pop out the bushes with me and Min Lee, fam. I promise you that.
They loved us. And it felt like we were the stars. We were going to be the designated stars of the show. And all of the people that we were on the show with were all these like LA, like fake influencer people that were like, who are these Canadian nobodies with 10,000 followers? Like, they're not shit. Basically like judging you based on your following count. Like, they weren't real, authentic people.
It's America for you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think we stood out.
LA, like that's very LA.
That's why I think we stood out, because it's like we came in
real, and we had real shit, but they weren't able to air our real shit because of like lawsuit stuff.
Oh, where it was like that?
Yeah, because we got into a car accident after Big Brother. And then we were mostly fighting about the car accident, but they didn't want to air that. So when I watch back X on the Beach, I'm like, this is so dramatic for somebody that like doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes. This looks like so petty and we're being so dramatic for no reason. But little do they know, we're fighting about the fact that we almost died.
Basically, right after Big Brother, we got into a car accident, like a serious one, where I wasn't drunk, I wasn't impaired or anything.
He wasn't impaired. He wasn't drunk.
Let me say it.
Okay.
Let me say it. So basically, Min Lee was in the car. Someone got really, really injured. Like, it was pretty graphic. You know what I'm saying?
Died.
So yeah, that was it.
It wasn't your fault. It was the next man's fault.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault, but
to me, it was the next man's fault. He could have about to T-bone me. Jamar saved my life. He pressed on the gas. Too late, to the point where the guy was speeding, he was texting, and the guy that happened to hit us was a black lawyer.
Oh, I was losing that case. That guy knew what to say, what to do,
he knew
who to call. As soon as everything happened, I was cooked.
The situation, basically. And like I would have. Anyway, that's part of the reason why we didn't end up together.
But besides that, I don't think we weren't really.
We could talk about that because that leads into our next thing.
Okay, so what do you want to get into first? Why we didn't work out X on the Beach?
No, it leads up to it. Like, there's a trend. It follows a trend.
So how you save your life, you guys end up beefing? I don't get that.
Okay, but this is what it is, right?
Okay.
So
explain why we didn't work out. Let's talk about
like,
that.
He basically saved my life. This black lawyer who was texting.
Who cares if he's black, dog?
No, but I'm
he's
just saying.
Lawyer.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
black lawyer.
It just happened. Like, this was the situation, right? So he know what like hand to play. He was speeding. He almost T-boned me. Jamar realized, sped up, and then the guy, like, you weren't able to speed up to the point where...
It was an accident. At the end of the day, it was a freak accident.
Okay, can I...
Yeah.
I'm never gonna, like...
What?
I'm never gonna make you...
This is why you guys are arguing right here.
Like, you don't need to worry.
I
have your back.
You already repeated it, though. You said this is your third time saying it.
Okay, but I'm trying to finish the fucking sentence.
Cool.
Okay, so anyway, he hit the tail end of the car because you sped up at the last minute to save me. Mm-hmm. So he hit the tail end of the car. The car did a 360 and there was a construction worker. Mind you, we were moving into my new apartment with my roommates right here. There was construction going on. The construction worker was putting his toolkit in his trunk. We did a 360 like this because of that guy hitting us, the tail end, the speed, and then managed to pin this guy's leg against his trunk while he was putting his toolbox in right here. And then I like hopped out of the car because the car like totaled at the front. And then this guy was like, and like pieces of his leg and blood.
It was graphic. It was graphic, yeah.
And crazy shit was happening. And you almost fled the scene, but I was like, baby.
Jamar was like,
I thought my life was done. He said,
Yeah,
I didn't even run. I was just speed walking. I was just like, oh,
and
nothing happened
people
here.
were recognizing us from the street.
that's Jamar from Big Brother.
I swear to God, in my life.
They were like, wait a minute. You guys are Jamar and Min Lee from Big Brother?
Literally.
And a fanboy fucking walked by that was like writing articles about us. I was like, oh my God, like he witnessed it.
Yeah. That was a fam.
That Michael guy witnessed it.
A man's
Michael
bleeding
Perez.
out and people are coming up to, you guys are on Big Brother. I'm like, brother,
like
now's not the time.
Help this guy.
Help him. Call someone, dog.
So like, okay, so after that accident, for me to cope with that situation, I feel like I used sex as a coping mechanism. So that's like what I wanted to do. And he was like, no.
That's pretty dark.
What?
That got real dark. I was gonna say that, but I'm like,
that's pretty dark.
Yeah, like my car got totaled.
I'm actually pretty dark.
I'm the one that's in trouble, and she kept trying to like.
She's trying to fuck.
I was trying to fuck sex though.
No, man. I can't. That's not how I cope.
Therapy teaches sex therapy. What's that song?
I rate the transparency still.
I
rate it. Accountability and
I just got kicked out, Big Brother.
Guys, I'm never gonna sugarcoat anything.
I'm going through it, fam. I'm going through it.
It's true. I'm never gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm real.
We don't want you to sugarcoat it.
That's why you invited me on here. So don't fucking censor me.
Who's trying to censor you?
You.
Did you not try to censor? Did she not have things to restrict before we started this?
I did.
All right then.
I did.
So you're the censored.
That was in the
You're the
NDA.
censored one. You're the censored one. Because there's things that we can't talk about with you. You can talk about anything with me. We know that.
So okay, wait. I want to ask a real question though, because obviously you said you know who you are, so you live in your truth. So
I do.
I know you'll give me a real answer.
Okay.
He's going through it. Like he just got kicked out, Big Brother. I remember when.
And
you
you
got
don't
that
think
whip.
I'm going
Hold
through
on,
it?
listen. Let him finish the question.
I remember when you got that whip. That was your baby.
That was my baby.
Yeah, that was
So you totaled that shit.
I have some.
You totaled that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened in the crash happened.
Yeah.
And she's trying to fuck. How do you feel in that moment?
I was anxious, bro. I was thinking about what happened. I just seen the most traumatic accident ever.
Yeah.
Going through Big Brother and all that. I was stressed.
And I understand now.
I was stressed.
I get it now.
So what were you feeling in that moment?
I totally get it now. In that moment, for me, it was like I was also going through a fucking traumatic experience. I've never been in a car accident. I've never witnessed a man almost die in front of me. I've never experienced this Big Brother COVID-19 situation.
Pandemic 2 we were going through.
So like I know my coping mechanisms. Like some people smoke cigarettes, some people drink alcohol. You know what? I did all of the above after the show.
So you were just trying to feel good.
I was just trying to feel better. And also I was like trying to bond with him. And I was like trying to make him feel better because I knew he was depressed. And I had your back, but you didn't trust me. And I feel like in that situation, I felt like we were not equally yoked, if that makes sense. Like, because I felt like I took on like the mother role. I took on like, I wanted to be like your lawyer. I even seen like after the show, after the car accident, you were like on the phone with your homeboys. And I was like tapping you. I'm like, Jamar, you need to pay attention to the scene. Like, you need to talk to this person. You need to make contact
I was on the phone with my
with
dad,
this person.
actually.
Yeah, but you also called your homeboys. So
I didn't.
Like, yo, I was on... Whatever. I just noticed that fucking lawyer guy was making contacts with people on the scene, and I felt like you didn't deal with it. You weren't like trusting me, and you weren't taking my lead because I had your back. I was trying to have your back in that situation, and it just was like a complete shit show.
But do you understand where he'd be coming from
Yes,
at that point?
I understand now.
No, I feel like for him, you might be crosses for him.
Crosses?
And when I say crosses,
What do you mean crosses?
so when I say crosses, that means like you might be like bad luck charm type thing. Because if you think about it like this, I'm just gonna break it down.
But that is
Let him-
super.
let him
break
go.
it down.
Let him
And
land, let
I'm
him
not
land.
saying that this is like what he thinks,
That's
but I'm
just
saying like
superstition, though. That's
no.
dumb.
I'm just saying like perspective. Like he goes into the show, he gets booted off.
I know that
Who's
he
there?
thought that about me. You said it on X on the Beach, and I wanted to fucking
Oh, so you
slap
said that in the show.
Oh, you said
He
that?
did. He was like, every time I'm around you, some bad shit happens. And that made me so mad.
Yo,
That made me so fucking mad.
I didn't know you said that.
It wasn't just me saying it though. It was like I would.
Yeah, you had people in your ear. Like,
So, but how did that make you feel though?
no, it made me feel like shit.
Yeah.
How'd you deal with it? Because
A
you guys are
lot.
clearly still cool. So obviously,
Are
it's
we?
not,
I feel like I'm gonna start crying.
Why?
Cry? Why?
Because it fucking upsets me.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
100%.
okay.
I understand why it would upset you though.
No, it upsets me because it's not. I don't know.
Listen, at the time I'll say it felt like that, but like we're cool now. Like she's my homie now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
'cause
saying?
guys
Like
are still cool. So obviously,
Yeah,
it's
so-
No,
not
it
true.
just it upsets me because it's like there's like a lot of people's opinions. A lot of people were in your ear that didn't have my best interests at heart, and it's like you didn't think about me. I felt like you were being like a little boy and you were just thinking about yourself. You didn't think shit. Min Lee, number one, is like homeless because not that I'm like living on the street, but before I went on to Big Brother, I had a roommate in Toronto. And I told her, I was like, okay, I'm going to put all my stuff in storage because I don't want to pay rent. And she was like, well, what if you get voted off? And I said, no, I'm not getting voted off. I'm winning.
that's a good attitude.
Like, it's not a possible.
Put all your eggs in one
it's
basket.
not really a good attitude.
No, that is.
No,
that is-
going
it is,
in.
it is.
In the
Don't
moment,
blame
yeah.
you.
Yeah, but like, look
It is.
how you can't. you know,
that's the best attitude to have.
No, for sure.
You couldn't predict
I had
that.
a cocky attitude about it.
That's good.
Good.
But not, okay, you'll see why. So anyway, I said to my roommate, I said, I'm not getting evicted. I'm winning. So like, why do I need to pay rent? I'm not going to waste money on rent. She goes, well, you never know. Like, you need to protect yourself. And I was like, no, I'm putting my stuff in storage and that's that. And guess what? Did I think that the show was going to get canceled because of COVID-19?
Yeah.
Nah.
And then, like, next thing you know, they send us in a black car and they didn't even ask me where I wanted to be. I'm from Montreal, but I was living in Toronto before the show.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even call me in and be like, hey, Min, where do you want to be right now?
They asked me still.
They didn't even ask me. They just assumed, yo, we picked her up from Montreal. We picked her up from her girl's house.
She's going right
So
back
we're
there.
going to call her girl. Meanwhile, my girl got fired from her job. She's living with her fucking sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So I pull up and she's stressed out. She's like,
This is awkward.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's
And
COVID
so-
time.
I thought you were gonna
everyone's
win.
Getting laid off, and
She's like, where's the money?
yeah. And then what I did was like, I was seeing somebody right before the show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I called, and you know the situation.
Interesting.
That's another reason why we didn't work
That
out.
clearly didn't work.
So I called him up, and he's a really nice guy. And I said, hey, like, what's up? And I said, let's hang out, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I explained the situation. He's like, okay. He's a nice guy, so he's like, I'm going to help you out. Like, I'm actually, like, living here, but I'm going to move here. But I actually got the apartment 2 months early. So how about this? I'll pay the rent. You move into the new spot.
Wow.
It'll give you 2 months to figure your shit out. Meanwhile, this guy was so like, it hurt him because he was like rooting for me with his family and his brother watching the show. And then he sees me make out with him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
His brother took me aside and was like, yo, I want to say something to you. He's like, are you using my brother? Like, are you using my brother right now? And I'm like, no, I'm not using your brother. Like, he's like, okay, because da-da-da-da. Like, I know you like Jamar. Like, let's be real. Like, I know you like Jamar. And I was telling you, I was like, I like you, but like, this is the situation that I'm in. Like, I have to like survive.
I like you, but I love him. Right?
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
please,
Keep
please.
going.
No, yo, let's get to why we
Stop
didn't.
being
Let's get to.
insecure, bro.
Let's get to why we didn't work out.
No, but that was part of the reason. Like, so I had to move in with my ex-ting
Yeah.
after the show. But then I had all these feelings for you and a connection with you. But it was like, I feel like you didn't believe me, trust me. And I'm like living with my ex. And it's like, he's helping me out. I was like in a tough spot. But I didn't feel supported by you.
Okay. Can I?
That's why you guys didn't work out.
I didn't feel
Well,
supported by you.
I'm gonna tell my side when she's done.
I didn't feel supported by you. I didn't feel like, like a woman wants to feel like she can lean on her dude. And you weren't.
The next man.
You were
there
making
helping
my
you.
life more difficult, even though you think I'm a bad luck charm. You were actually like not understanding my perspective. Like,
Yeah, you know, you could feel that way. I would say my.
do you acknowledge that?
I acknowledge that's how you feel.
That?
I acknowledge that's how you feel. You know,
What do you guys?
a woman should feel like no. A woman should lean on her man.
Let me hear his side first.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
me and C's
yeah. I
will-
want
Yeah.
to hear
we'll
your
see what
side
we
first.
think.
So.
But thank you for actually being real.
Nah,
and
for
I
real.
apologize if that question actually, made you feel bad or anything. But I was just, I'm trying to be real too and say from the outside
That's okay.
looking in how
I'm
we
good
feel.
now.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Take another
okay
shot.
now.
Take another shot.
Okay.
Another shot.
I think I should stop with the shots. 'Cause I'm gonna start crying.
No
So
crying.
the shots made you emotional. Got you.
No, I was already. It's an emotional topic.
That time was not a. It was a pretty.
It was a fucking.
I don't know if Matt's remember, but I was pretty stressed those
We
times.
went through a traumatic
Yeah.
experience to just have another traumatic experience.
Yeah.
And then X on the beach, another traumatic
Yeah.
experience. Like,
So I'll say
crazy.
I'm gonna say my side why I feel like we didn't work out. So I'm gonna keep it real. Obviously I'm not trying to hurt no feelings, but like I can actually say I don't think I've ever had romantic feelings for you like in that way. Big Brother was like we were both in there. I thought we were both honey. We were making good TV. We were entertaining, and then when we
mine.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
So when we came off, it was just like it was never like, oh, like let me pursue a serious thing with her, because I didn't think it was a serious thing in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Is that because of her? Like you?
No, me. Like I didn't have I never had romantic feelings for her. You know what I'm saying? It was I never looked at her and wanted to be like, oh, I want to make you my girl. I'm sorry.
Got you.
card is full.
Did it just stop?
That's the universe.
Did it just stop?
That's the universe telling you you're lying. Capping. I keep it real. I keep it real.
The cameras are still recording. You gotta put this in there, bro.
That case is.
Son said, cap.
Yeah, cap. Start over, nigga. Start over, nigga.
It's okay. It's okay. I got the spirit world on my side. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
That was crazy.
I was just telling you, do we sound good?
Yo, you're hearing everything. Do we sound good?
Do we sound good?
Clear? Okay.
You guys sound
Okay.
amazing.
As I was saying,
I would tell you because I'm real.
You could call Cap. I never had romantic feelings for you. That's straight what it was. I never looked at you and said, "Oh, I'm gonna make this girl my girlfriend one day." That's and you can ask my brethren, like they would. Like they could tell when I'm in love. Like I've had girlfriends around them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me and you, I thought it was more like for me and you, I felt like it was more like a friendly banter. You know what I'm saying?
But be honest,
flirty.
fam.
I'm being honest.
No, be honest.
Even
because she said
they didn't ask me to be honest.
She came out the house. Her ex is helping her out. I'm sure you know all this. Is it because of that?
No, definitely. Well, when you say because of that, what do you mean by that though?
Because if I'm coming out like if
my
I had
phone.
oh shit.
I did.
He told me 2 years later. He told me 2 years later. That's how you know the man had it on his chest.
So what did I go on your phone to do? What did I go on your phone to do? What I do on your phone? You're capping.
You went through my phone.
Fam,
To check my messages.
Fam, I said it before. Remember that episode? I'm like, I went to a girl's phone and she was talking shit about me in a group chat. Remember I told you that?
Was her?
For a girl I'm just fucking. It was her.
What did I say?
It was another girl. And I didn't
You went through multiple
Fam.
girls' phones.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yes, and I don't have feelings
Okay,
for them.
Jamar, you need to go to therapy.
Yo, go
okay?
to girls for you.
You need to go to
I
fucking
do that,
therapy.
fam.
That's not
You know
something
why?
that you should do.
I said I do that.
was not your girl.
Okay, hold on. Let's
I was not even your girl. You should
relax.
not be going through my fucking phone.
Fair enough. But you're
I
not.
didn't even go through your fucking phone.
You're not the only person who I went through.
I know, but I'm just saying
Another
you
girl
should not be
another
doing
girl who
that.
I'm just sleeping with.
So hold on, that's not sassy?
That call that sassy.
That's not
Call that
sassy.
sassy. Call that sassy.
What to do is posing. I can't put some clear coat on my nails. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, tell him.
That's
Tell
nuts,
him.
yo.
Yo, listen.
They told me to fight back. I'm fighting back now. That's sassy.
Okay, fair enough.
That's crazy.
Call it sassy. Fair enough. You're right to your opinion, but let me finish what I was saying.
Okay, finish it.
Listen, you could say I went through a phone. You could say it's because of the ex take. At the end of the day, I knew. Like I'm talking about me. I knew. I never looked at her as like I want to make you my wifey.
But I'm asking, was that
No.
initial or was that after?
It was initial, fam.
Seen the ex, you went to the phone. You're saying off rip.
In the Big Brother house, off rip. Yeah. After getting to know her in the house, yes, off rip.
Okay.
I swear on it, fam.
No,
I don't need to lie.
No.
All right.
So you looked at me as a potential like man, like boyfriend at one point in the Big Brother house?
Probably, maybe.
Yes or no?
No, not initially. Definitely not initially. No.
Okay.
100% no from the, but then later on I considered it. I thought, okay, I have to tell you something. So when we got off the show, this is another reason why we didn't work out. Are you ready?
Go.
Okay. So when we came off the show, I was like, yo, you know me, I'm an opportunist. I'm smart. I'm like, let's start a YouTube channel. Let's move in.
Definitely should have did that.
I said, let's move in together.
Us together?
Stop acting surprised. You know what the fuck I said to you because I pitched a whole business plan.
I'm asking them.
Don't make me mad. Don't make me mad right now.
Get mad.
Don't make me throw this mic at you.
Don't do that.
Okay.
You know.
all right. I know.
Yeah.
I won't. He's actually scared because I did throw a suitcase at him
I'm actually
on the
scared.
beach.
I'm scared of what I'll do to you if you do that.
Okay,
I'm scared
wait.
of you myself.
No, you're not. You're not scared of that because you wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't do
I swear
nothing.
my life.
No, you wouldn't do nothing.
Don't mic in my face.
No, you wouldn't do nothing.
You wouldn't do anything.
Exactly,
And
nothing.
you're on camera.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
you were worried about what I said.
Editor.
And you're on camera, FYI, okay?
Who's editing it? FYI.
Okay. FYI.
I'm the director here.
Okay, so you want
Anyway,
more?
let's continue. Let's continue. No, let's
more
continue.
work?
Let's not get off.
Okay.
Topic. What were you about to say?
So when we got off the show, I was on the phone with Jamar and I was like, hey, let's fucking roll with this shit. and let's make a YouTube. I said, first of all, okay, I need a place to live. You live at your grandma's. Let's get our own place. Let's start a YouTube channel. Let's film our, like YouTube couples.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's start a YouTube channel. Let's like fucking film it, move in together. Everybody loves us together. We're toxic, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. No.
Why did you want to do it?
Then another thing on top of that, I said, and then from that we could start an OnlyFans. This is when OnlyFans was popping. This is when you could make like millions on OnlyFans. I was like, let's fucking do that. Start an OnlyFans. He's like, no.
What happened, Jam?
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know.
I guess
I need to know. I need to know.
First of all,
why not answer your blood clot phone for?
who taught you that? Who taught you all that?
Not you.
Talk Pato, go. Talk Pato, dog.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't care.
Please, no.
Listen, first of all, you guys know damn well I'm not doing no OnlyFans. Let's be real.
Why?
Yeah, why not?
That's not my lane.
Okay, fuck the OnlyFans.
He's very conservative.
Go back to the YouTube.
The YouTube thing, what we were gonna do? A couple channels?
I know why you didn't want to do it.
Why?
Because you'd be sacrificing too much gal out there.
Nah, not that.
Yeah, but he didn't. No, actually,
That's the truth.
That's 100% true.
Okay,
That's 100% true.
Let me ask you guys a question. Let me say something. If I was him, I would have done it, and I would have gotten mad gal after the fact.
You do get more gal.
I would have found success.
Facts.
If I'm like Machiavellian, right? I'm like, I would have found success with Min Lee. We would have had our YouTube channel, or say you said, yeah, you're super adventurous. You don't like whatever. You don't have restrictions. You would have said yes to that. Yes to the OnlyFans. We would have blown up, theoretically. And after that, the whole fucking world is yours.
I agree. I would have said go for that. I would have said go for that.
If I was a dude, I would have been thinking like that.
100%.
agree.
100%.
Listen.
He's not game oriented like that.
You guys are saying for me.
No,
You guys are saying for me.
with Min Lee, but we're saying, out the Big Brother house, you could have definitely turned.
Yeah, and capitalized
I would have
off
been
that?
I would have been maybe fucked. I would have been like pigeonholed to Jamar, which I already technically am because of the situation. So like everything happens for a reason. But like that's how I was thinking.
Yeah. It would have worked because even look at like Ace Family. You guys know Ace Family?
Thank you guys. Thank you.
You guys are giving her exactly what she wants to
I
hear.
agree with her.
But you guys know Ace Family? Like Ace Family was like one of the.
Yeah, I know that guy. He's in my friend's DMs.
Okay.
Well, that's why he lost his wife and all that. And everything like
That
that.
guy's a fucking piece of shit.
What you're
He's
saying
in
is right.
I know so many girls. He's in their DMs.
What you're saying is right because that guy, he was one of the. I don't know if he was one of the first, but one of the most popular YouTube couples, him and his wife. He had kids and they were called the Ace Family. And then, obviously they broke up because he was going crazy, cheating and whatever. But it's not like they're not popular anymore. Like they still have everything booming.
Like even when they're broken up.
Yeah, even when they're broken up, they're still booming. So I what she's saying is actually right.
No, it's facts. But for me, it's just like I'm not gonna like do something where it's like, what, I'm a fake being a couple on YouTube. For what,
bro?
Like,
they don't.
Perception is
I
reality.
just didn't want to do that. I don't like. For me, it's like.
But Jamar,
I don't want like even X on the Beach is uncomfortable for me because
But
it's
your
like
mentalities are different. Because even with her, she's even with Min Lee and Big Brother, she was thinking about the game. You're thinking about like real life and shit.
Yeah.
So even in that, like starting a YouTube thing, she's still thinking the game. She's thinking, bro, we can blow the fuck up.
Let's get to that bag.
This guy's talking about. I'm gonna lose this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing.
We're going off assumptions right now. We're going off assumptions right now.
That's assumptions?
Nah, fam. I was not thinking that. I was not thinking that.
Business-minded like me, nah. But you're talking so much shit. I want to box you because you're not.
Boxing, nothing.
That's the problem. Is like I'm too real and you're too fake.
That's fine. That's cool.
Because the fact of the matter is, you did have romantic feelings for me.
Nah,
you did.
Definitely not.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
You did.
I definitely didn't.
You did.
I would have wifed you if I did.
I'm not.
I would have pursued you
I'm
more.
not talking about wifing. I'm talking about you had romantic feelings for me.
I'm telling you, I didn't.
Not even
And
a
you
little
did,
bit?
but because of your trauma and because you
What
went
trauma?
through my phone and because you didn't trust
You
me
ain't the only girl's phone I went through.
and because you felt insecure,
About what?
you cock blocked yourself.
From what?
That's what you did.
From what?
Damn.
From what could have happened.
What
but
could have
It
happened?
wasn't meant
Misery?
to happen. No.
Arguing?
Money.
What money?
He said it. I'm business minded. You're not.
What businesses do you have?
I'm playing Big Brother. You ain't.
So what
That's
business?
why you got kicked off and I didn't.
What businesses do you have
I
from
never
since
got
then?
evicted. Everybody wanted me evicted. I never got evicted. Nobody wanted you evicted. You got evicted.
What businesses do you have since then?
That's something that we
All right,
talked
then.
about.
All right then. Anyways,
I'm a boss
shout out you.
woman.
What you guys would need in between you? A ute. That's it.
Facts. No, facts.
That's it.
That's
I'm
it.
telling
That's
you,
it.
the amount of arguing that you guys do, but you would just come together for the ute, and it would work. I promise.
Yeah, no,
you.
facts.
Listen,
I'm
I can
telling
see it. I can see
You
it.
know
I can
what's
see
funny?
it. I
My
agree.
aunt said to me the other day, she was like, hey, she had a heart attack. So I went to go visit her in the hospital. She goes, hey, because I said something like, oh, Jamar, we're texting about something, or he wants me on the podcast. She goes, oh, is Jamar single? I'm like, yeah. She's like, and you're single, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why don't you guys just marry each other? Like, why don't you guys just get together? I'm like, no.
Might as well, bro.
No,
I'm
no,
okay.
no.
It's that simple.
No,
I'm okay.
It's that simple.
No, no, no.
Manly's my dog.
I'm like, no.
Manly's
no,
my
no.
dog. That's it. That's it.
No.
I swear I seen something on about official last night.
We were trolling, dog.
No lie, I seen that too in the ring.
Yeah, we're trolling.
I said, hold on.
We're
Even
trolling.
my girl asked me.
We wanted to confuse everybody. Like, is it SP or is it Jamar?
Oh shit!
Because to be
Shout
honest
out
with you,
SP.
I love SP.
Shout out the
Shout out
ghost.
the- shout out the ghost.
SP.
Shout out the motherfucking
I
ghost.
actually
Shout out
love
the
his
ghost.
best
Okay, Manly.
friend.
Okay, since we're on the topic of shit not working out, what do you look for in a man? Like, what are your turn-ons and
thank
turn-offs?
you.
Okay.
That's a beautiful transition.
Let's
I'm
just segue.
gonna compliment you
Because we're just gonna keep
That
going
was-
back and forth.
that was a good
Okay, how
job.
about this? Before we go,
Hey,
name 3 good things about me.
Oh yeah. Before
Yeah.
you guys move
Yeah.
on, you guys need to name 3 good things about
About
each
each
other.
other.
You
Yeah.
go first.
Okay.
now.
Okay, you go.
Yo, come into the frame. Come into the frame.
Wait, you go first, and then I'll go.
Okay. I'll say when you're around, it's not a dull moment. So you're entertaining, funny. You could put that as like kind of like one adjective, however you want to do it. So she's entertaining, fun. I would say she's supportive. If you have a good idea, good whatever thing going for yourself,
I like that one a lot.
she'll support you. You know what I'm saying? She'll give you ideas, research stuff
Sorry,
for
you're
you.
gonna make me cry.
I'm just being.
No, it's true. I didn't think that he was gonna say that. That's nice.
Just,
That's
Those are to
nice.
pull on the heartstrings.
Niggas were saying you right.
Those are to pull on the heartstrings. Look at him. This is a slave
really
over here, yo.
nice. I didn't expect him to
real
say
shit.
that.
I'm telling you, bro. You see the
Real
bag,
shit.
right? You see the bread. I can see it, bro. I can
the
see it. I
bread.
can see it right
As a
now.
content creator, producer,
Real
bro,
shit.
I see the. Listen, if you guys just do it, I'll shoot everything for free. Just give me percentage of
When we get up,
what
when
you
we
guys
get up.
get.
Yeah.
I'll shoot everything.
I
I
can
promise
see it.
you.
I swear to God, I
I'll
see it.
set
I
up
swear
the
to God.
entire
All my
production.
life.
Real shit.
All my life.
dead
I
ass.
agree with him 100%.
Okay, okay.
150%.
Okay.
Continue.
That was
One more.
really
One more.
nice,
One more. One
Jamar.
What was it? Funny, entertaining, supportive.
more. One more.
I'll say she has a lot of drive and like ambition. Like when she
sure.
wants like to get something, like a goal, like she'll do whatever it takes to get it. You know what I'm saying? So those are 3 things.
I'm
I like
gonna
that.
cry
I like
again.
that.
Stop.
Like you see our big brother, she won the first
She put all her
competition.
shit in the story. She just said, "Nah, I'm winning this
Yeah,
shit."
like that's what I'm saying. Like
I rock with
that's
that.
a good. You can mix that with like confidence.
No,
too.
I rock with that because that's my mentality. When I
You know what
started
I'm
my
saying?
business, I spent all my money.
Like she doesn't have a plan B. Once there's a plan A, it's like
That's it.
and that's a good mentality to have. If you want like realistically, you shouldn't have a plan B if you really believe in plan
Actually,
A.
now because of Big Brother, I have like Plan Z.
I mean, life happens.
life- yeah.
C, D, E,
All the
F, G,
plans.
H, I, J, K,
Life happens.
L, M, N, O, P.
All right, your turn. You're trying to stall to give those guys
No,
things
he's
like.
lying though. When he says she doesn't have a plan
I'm
B,
fake.
this bitch has Plan Z.
So, what's your good 3 things?
Oh yeah, one thing, a bonus, adaptive
Oh,
or
4
adaptability.
things.
She can adapt.
Okay.
Like whatever happens, the most fucked up shit will happen, and she'll adapt.
Like her mind switches.
Her
like,
mind is like on to like moving on, or whether she has to leave the country, leave the nigga, leave whatever. Like she'll adapt quick. Like that's another thing. Like
I like that.
like you've been to so many countries, right? Like you're just
Yeah.
adaptable as fuck. I can't believe I forgot. I didn't even think of that one. That should have been number 1, honestly. But
So you got 4.
my turn now. My turn.
I like that.
Big up Jam.
This is gonna be hard for her.
Big up.
I'm fake. Let's see what she has to say. Still.
Damn, fuck. Now you put me on the spot.
I mean, I went first.
You should have went first.
You should have went first.
You should have went first.
Too. He said 4 things.
Okay,
So.
okay, he said 4 things. Okay, 3 things.
Just say 3 or 1.
Damn.
Damn.
Shorty said,
She's like, damn.
And our next segue is
No, I really need to think. Okay, wait. What do I want to say? I just keep thinking about the negative shit. You traumatized me.
I'm
though,
thinking.
for real. You did traumatize me.
you did too.
You fucked with my ops.
wow.
That's something like
You did
loyalty
too.
for me.
We can't speed past that. We can't speed past that one.
No,
Still.
it's not even speeding past it. We're trying to say 3 good things.
I know.
She said beer. That she named it three bad things. She named it a bad thing.
Holy fuck! That she should have went first,
God,
eh?
you should have went first.
Imagine that she had the romantic
I'm lying.
shit. You
You
did.
thought-
Yeah,
you
like-
guys
And he
thought-
was able to come
All right, I
with a
see
good
Jan's
score.
side now. I see Jan's
Yo, life is
Okay.
hilarious. I love it.
I mean, in the Big Brother house, I fucked with you because you had my back, which I was actually really surprised about because I didn't think that you did. So that like turned me on that you had my back.
So
For
what?
real.
Loyalty?
Yeah, but I don't want to like give you that quality because like
So
I
you
found
mean-
shit out after that.
Give me
was
your
like,
next
nah.
quality, then
So you
don't give
mean
me that.
loyalty and friendship,
Protect.
not in relationship, like romantic
Okay,
relationship.
no, I have something to say that's positive in general. I think that Jams is a good listener. He's a good listener because I like one-on-one, like when the cameras aren't rolling, I've told him like mad stuff and he's listened to me and like he hasn't judged me. So
Okay, so listener, good listener.
he's a good listener. He's been a good friend to me. And I thought like you were a blabbermouth. Like I thought you would like tell everything to your homeboys, but I found out that you didn't. So I respect that. So I actually know now. Sorry, I'm gonna start crying.
Good listener.
No, I know now that you're actually like, you don't. I thought you were like a bitch and you would like run your mouth and tell everybody everything, but you didn't. So I respect that you kept your mouth shut. And I know this now because he's told me secrets from like years later. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, so that actually reassures me that like I've told him stuff and he hasn't said anything to anyone. So I know he can keep his mouth shut about shit, which I need. Like if I'm rocking with someone, I need them to do that.
So what would you put that under?
Like good listener, and like you can keep a secret.
Okay, so okay.
So good listener, you can keep a secret, and you're well endowed.
Oh
Even
my
though I don't know, I've never
bro.
experienced it.
Wow.
I've never
Wow.
experienced it.
Pause,
I've
pause,
never really
pause.
experienced it. So, but that's like a compliment.
Tree Mun in here. See?
Yeah, that
For your guys' solo pod, that's fine.
was what?
That's crazy.
He said.
That's crazy. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna count that as one. You need
Yeah,
to think of.
give me another one.
Hey,
You need to
Give me
think of
another
something
one.
better than that.
Something,
Talk
though.
about
Give me
well
another
endowed.
one.
That is
What the
something
heck? I
though.
was trying to
Think
get on
about this
about
guy's
well and
body,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, like
That's crazy.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
this guy's
Well endowed, but you never experienced it. That's crazy.
Good. I'm crazy.
Minley, you've been
Hey, just-
you've
okay,
been
let it
being
go.
real this entire time. Give another one. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't. That's good.
That's it?
Accept it.
That's it?
Let's move on. We've got a lot
right.
of other
Enough
things. The
said.
businesswoman in me is like, yalla, let's go.
Okay, what did I
Yalla,
ask? Okay,
habibi.
whatever. I want to move on to what
you
did I
want
ask
some-
before that? Oh yeah,
said-
what do you since we didn't work out or whatever?
Green
I'm
flag.
fake and this and that. What are some turn ons and turn on? What do you look for in a man then? And you were recently engaged too, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you look? And you're not
Why
anymore.
is your upper lip quivering when you said that?
I don't know.
Y'all have to. Oh, you're editing. You have to zoom in on that though.
We'll zoom in.
Like you were recently engaged.
Okay, as to the
I ain't never heard a girl talk to this guy like this ever in my life, yo. This is a pride. I love it.
Allowing her,
I love it. I love it. I'm loving every bit of it. Keep it up, yo. We need to keep it up. Has this guy on the edge right now, yo?
No, she does. I said she's not like.
Minley's the greatest.
Yeah, yo,
I'm
she's
not gonna lie.
she's
Not a
six.
dog
Still.
You know what I'm saying?
She's six.
No, you
still.
gotta leave it. You gotta leave it halfway out.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry,
You hear it?
my bad.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I've been seeing that. I didn't know why it was
No,
like that.
that's
so-
always been like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's weird. It's weird like that.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, what had everyone cracking up just now?
Like you're asking me like what are my green flags in a man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what do you look for in a guy?
yeah. You said my lip was quivering, but you were just
Right.
engaged, right? But you're not engaged, right? Anymore.
Well, no, we broke up.
Okay, so what do you look for in a man? Like what kind of man makes Minley happy?
Well, he like for me to be engaged with him, he had qualities that like were attractive to me, you know?
What were those qualities?
So he was a really, really good provider.
Money.
Money man. No, he didn't even have money like that. He was just really like generous.
So he was good at taking care of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Money on.
He was good at taking care of me. He was like super supportive. Like he always was like there for me.
Yeah.
100%. I don't drive. I know I'm 33 years old. I need to get my license. But
Damn.
He was like my Uber driver. And he did a lot for me, but then it became like a negative thing because it was like, this man doesn't say no to anybody. So like, why am I special? You know, like all these people, like I felt like, okay, your homeboy, your cousin, your aunt, your mom, your grandma, they're all using you. And if I'm going to be your wife and I'm going to be the mother of your kids, you need to prioritize me and your family.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so happy you said that. I have a real question. Real shit. I have a real question.
Yeah.
And I want your answer.
Okay.
For the last, I think since COVID, women have been using the term narcissistic against men for these last 5 years. Bro, in the last month, I've come to the theory that women are actually more narcissistic than men.
Oh shit.
What do you feel like when I say that? What do you think?
Well, thank you for asking me that question. I feel like you're asking the right person. Not to say that I'm an expert on narcissism. I think there's a difference between like narcissistic personality disorder and narcissism. I think in general, our generation is very narcissistic with social media, with the way that we're like, okay, y'all are gonna get monetized because you have more views, you have more likes, you have more followers. So it naturally encourages narcissism, right? But narcissistic personality disorder means you don't give a fuck about other people and you give a fuck about yourself, and you're willing to manipulate other people in order to like gain from it. You can never be accountable for shit. It's always deflected. And I feel like our generation encourages the development of that type of personality, which is very bad. But like, real talk. My mother and my father, I self-diagnosed them. I'm not a psychologist, okay? Don't come and sue me. But I've read a lot of books on psychology because I try to make sense of my childhood, and I feel like my mother had narcissistic personality disorder. She's just like Donald Trump. She's got the same...
Shout out moms, by the way. We still
Shout
love
out moms. Mom, rest in peace. She passed away, but... She very charming, very charismatic, very funny. Like Jamar would have loved, everybody would have loved her, and she loves dancehall. So anyway, she loves Jamaicans, but she was so funny. She was so charismatic. She was so everything, but she had that Donald Trump personality where it was like, my daughter's the best, and my daughter's this, and my da-da-da. But mind you, not contributing to the person. Like she didn't contribute to like bettering me. But she would take all the benefit, all the claims to the good shit. She would take all the credit for the good shit, but yet not contribute to the good shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that like somebody that has NPD does. But then I found out in recent years that my dad had it too. What I suspect. But like a covert, like he's not the braggart type. He's not actually he is low key, but he would like hide behind my mom's shadow and be like, oh, she's crazy. She's this, she's that. So he could look like the bad guy. It was like Republicans and Democrats. Republicans are the bad guys. Democrats are the good guys.
But
the
they're
Democrats,
low-key bad.
They're both two wings of the same bird. Yeah. But the Democrats can hide behind the Republicans and be like, they're so racist and they're so evil. But mind you, Trump did all the shit that Obama did all the shit that Trump is doing right now.
So they can hide
But he was
behind
a black man. And everybody was like, the first black president, yeah! But he was doing the same he was deporting as many illegals and dropping bombs and starting wars, just like Donald Trump. But under the guise of a black man.
Yeah, and because Donald Trump is outwardly doing everything, it's easier to judge him. Whereas Barack Obama was secretly doing shit. So it's
basically, my dad was Barack Obama, and my mom was Donald Trump.
So wait, how does it answer that question?
No.
Wait, how did
she answered it because no. Wait, you're not finished yet.
Yeah, she's still.
Because you said you're more narcissistic than.
Because I'm more talking about women. I think in a lot of ways, the reason why I asked you that,
I think it's a problem when you said like women versus men. I don't think that it's like unique to a sex.
I think it's a human thing.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying that is because you've never heard a man come out and say this woman is narcissistic in the same way you've heard a woman come out and judge men say the same way.
I have.
No. I'm sure you have. I'm saying like in general, just in terms of the perception out there.
Yeah, in general.
You've never heard a man just come out and say women are narcissistic.
But can I tell you why?
What?
I feel like men, we don't hear a lot about like men. We won't hear a lot, like guys won't gather in a podcast and be like, yo, this bitch abused me.
Facts.
This bitch financially abused me. This bitch cheated on me. This bitch did this to me. She manipulated me. Mm-hmm. You guys are not going to see that. Why? Because of a man's pride and because he's embarrassed and because of his ego. So he's going to hide that shit. But one-on-one, I have so many guys that I've met talk shit about women. Mm-hmm. To the same point where I'm like, just as many women talk shit about men. And I think it's like a...
So it's like a Trump and Barack Obama, same thing. Like,
yeah.
like the women are more like Trump. They'll outwardly be like, this is that. But the men are more hiding it low key. Like,
yes.
Okay, got you.
Because they're
That's a good answer though.
That was a very good answer.
That's a great answer. I rock with that. I fuck with that. But the only reason why I asked you that is because everything you said was like me. You started it off with me. And that's why I was like, you know what?
What do you mean I started off with you?
With what you were saying before. No, not me. Sorry. You were saying me as in you.
Oh, okay.
Like everything you were saying was like, I didn't get this, or he didn't do this for me, or he didn't do this for me. So that's what I was saying. Like, what's your opinion on it? But I feel like you answered it very well to actually allow people to understand that it's not necessarily a man and woman thing. Mm-hmm. It's actually just a human thing that we have our best interest in terms of like, we want us as individuals to succeed more than everyone else. So everyone is narcissistic to an extent. Yeah.
Everyone is narcissistic, but not everybody has narcissistic personality disorder. But I think that with the climate that we face today, with social media, with like extremism on social media, where you're like in your own like algorithm echo chamber and it's like reinforcing negativity. If you're going through trauma, it's reinforcing that negative trauma to justify the way that you feel. And if you're not somebody that's like willing to look deep within yourself and heal and like analyze the climate and the environment that you're in and everything that contributes to it, I feel like it creates that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could even bet on it that we could do a study being like, there's more people with narcissistic personality and sociopathy and psychopathy in this day and age than there were 200 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need to see more of this side of Minley.
Yeah, real shit.
Everyone sees the antics or whatever, but like even the way you broke that down, that's fire. I rock with that. But let's get back to you.
Don't cut that out.
Let's get back to you. Like, ask more questions about her, bro.
Well, we were talking in the midst of that. We're talking about turn on.
Answer that.
We were talking about turn ons and turn off.
Yeah.
Or we could skip that.
I don't remember what. I
was asking what you look for in a man. Like,
what did I say?
You only said he was a provider.
Everything you were saying was like, that's why I brought up the question, because everything you were saying was like, he wasn't there, like he wasn't doing enough for you. Mm-hmm. And that's why I asked about the woman and the narcissism.
So
just in general, though, you don't have to compare like your last nigga.
Yeah. I just think like good, like for me personally, I think like somebody who's adventurous that can keep up with me, because
you're spontaneous.
I'm spontaneous. I'm adventurous. I like to do things. I don't just like Netflix and chill.
You hated when I was playing video games too.
I hated.
She hated when I was playing. I was COVID fam. I was playing 2K with the man and Call of Duty. She hated that.
And I was like, yo, let's go for a walk.
Why do you hate the video game shit?
Huh?
A lot of girls
No,
hate guys.
she
that
likes
make
to
No,
go
no,
out.
I was just like, let's do some shit. I don't want to be cooped up in the house. Let's go for a walk. Let's do stuff. So I feel like I need somebody that keeps up with me. Like I need somebody who's adventurous, somebody who's open-minded, somebody who's non-judgmental. I have a lot of shit in my past. If somebody's going to be too conservative to the point where they hold it against me, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. You're going to be like all insecure because this one time it's like, okay, get over it. Like I need somebody that like, that's it. I need somebody that can keep up with me.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, you're just trying to pay 2K with a man and just
trying-
like, yo, let's go outside for a walk.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Outside.
The man are in the rec center.
We're in the wreck.
Come on now. We are in Verdansk right now. Call of Duty.
The new map just dropped.
We're going to war. Come on. Oh, so is that your turn on, turn offs?
Turn ons. Obviously, I have to be like sexually attracted to the person, but you
Yeah.
know what? Not my fiance. Initially, I wasn't like whatever. I thought whatever.
Is Love is Blind? Would you say like Love is kind of like blind for you because of that kind
I
of?
think to a certain extent.
Yeah. Because I feel like knowing
think-
you, I feel like you like more so like personality and like.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
that
not,
type.
I don't think I'm a shallow person.
I don't think you're shallow.
I'll date a Grammy winner. I'll date an Uber driver.
Yeah, no.
If
I'll say that.
and I've done
Yeah.
That's
both,
dope.
by the way.
Woo!
I've done
Who's the
both,
Grammy
by
winner?
way. I'm not gonna.
Hey, you gotta do all that. Don't do all that.
But y'all know who he won a Grammy for.
Oh, off camera.
Off camera.
Off camera.
Off camera.
But yeah,
It was Chris Brown.
actually it was my homeboy from Australia that made me realize that. He's like, Min, at least we can say you're not superficial. You date Uber drivers and you date Grammy winners. So
Yeah.
I'm
Shout
not
out to you,
I'm
yo.
not a gold digger.
Shout out to
Shout
you.
out to you for real.
So when guys say, "Oh, they want money," no, I want a guy that's generous.
I did not have no money, so yeah.
Yeah, I want a guy
I
that's
can vouch.
generous. If you have
Jamar's
$200 to your name and you give me
Broke as hell.
$150,
After
that's
Big
gonna
Brother.
make my pussy wet.
Wait, if we have $200,
Hold on, man's heard the math this now.
Wait.
Yo, I have to. Yo, hold on. Every man's reaction was way too delayed, dog. She said if a man has 2 bills, it gives her 150 and makes her pussy wet.
Oh my
But he
god.
has to have 2 bills. That means like he.
So what
gave
is he gonna do
me-
that?
what are you
Okay,
gonna do without
what
bill
do you-
50?
All right. Yeah.
Like just
No, I'm just saying like.
if you know he has 2 bills.
But how are you with
Yo,
money?
my
Though? How are
niggas-
you?
No, hold on. Explain that. Explain the
Okay.
two bills and 150. Like
I'm just saying like if the
Yeah.
guy gives you everything that he has,
just to
that
support
turns
you.
me on.
Okay, so
That
because
turns
it
me
makes
on.
you feel like he's really like
Damn.
he'll go out of pocket to
He's
serve you,
all
like
in,
help
yeah,
you. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. But if the man has like $6 million in his bank account and he gives me $50K, I'm just like, when I find out that he's got $6 million in the bank account and he gave me $50K,
What?
I'm like, you cheat.
Why?
You piece
Why?
of shit.
Yo, yo.
No, but low
Don't piss
key,
me off.
I would
Don't
never
piss
fall
me
in love
off
with
right
him. I would never fall in love with him because I know, like, okay, I'm just like a candy bar. I'm just like a Tim Hortons coffee for you.
But I don't want. Okay, I don't want
You get
this
what I'm
question.
saying?
I actually completely understand you. I don't want this question to sound like the "What do you bring to the table" question.
Like, what is the person?
But what do you like in terms of? Let's,
I
let's
bring
just
a
talk,
lot to the
No,
table.
let's just talk financially, right?
Yeah.
If you have $1 million, would you treat your guy like that, or is that not really a thing?
Yeah.
That
Look,
think so.
Fuck the milli. You have $200
Okay,
and your man has nothing. Let's say at this time he
Okay.
has
I'm
nothing.
asking
Alright.
to get more time.
I'm ready for it.
What does he get out of
Hit
that
me.
$200? Like how do you?
What do you do for your man?
Yeah, or even you could ask
Well,
that.
I
Because
mean-
I know you support. Jam said all the shit. You support all the
Yeah,
emotional
exactly.
shit. But like in terms of like, let's say financially or material objects, is that something that you do for a man, or is that like kind of?
Well, okay, so my mentality is old school. I feel like the man needs to be the main provider. However, I do feel like the woman, if she's all in, she offers spiritual protection. She offers support. She offers.
Yo, my girl, man, I want a
she-
spiritual
Yo,
nothing,
dog.
you know.
Yo, sir.
No,
I want the new Jordans that just came out. Are you buying me those or
Yeah,
not?
no, I'm generous. I'm super
Okay,
generous.
That's
Okay,
it.
okay.
That's all I
I'm
want to
super
know.
giving. Like I'm not the reason why I get turned off of stingy men
Mm-hmm.
is because I know I'm super giving. If I love you, I will give everything to you.
Got you. Okay.
Spend your last
So
dollar.
you're-
Spend your
so
last
that's-
dollar
so
type
you're
shit.
like
Okay.
that too. So
I'm
you
like
want that energy reciprocated.
So exactly. So
I
if
get
I'm
that,
giving
I get that.
and you're not giving me shit,
Yeah.
it's not balanced.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough,
not
fair enough.
cheap.
Got you.
I'm not gonna lie about my finances. Be like, baby, I have like $50 to my name. Meanwhile, I have $50K.
Yeah.
Some bitches do that. I'm not like that.
I'll say you're like you're being honest. That's who you are.
That's who I am.
I'll say that.
And even let's put it this way. My ex-fiance, he said to me, he's like, I want to tell you something. We broke up, right? But he said to me, like, Min, I know, because he had people in his ear be like, yo, this bitch is using you. She's going to take you for everything you've got, and she's going to suck you dry. He said to me, Min, I know you're not using me. He says, I know I'm not worried about you trying to, like, take my money. I'm not worried about you trying to, like, steal my assets, take my house away, take my car. I know that's not you. But what I am worried about is when you get angry. What you'll do when you get angry.
Oh, so you're a crash out.
Yeah.
what?
I guess. Wait, what
So
is
you're
it? What is it? Crash out? Like
crash out.
vindictive?
Remember when
No,
Like-
crash out's like what he did on Big Brother to get kicked out.
Mildly, I feel like
Yeah,
that
but
wasn't
no,
a full
but I'm
crash
like,
out to me, though.
I'm like,
No, he
I'm
was
like
crashing.
evil.
I still don't think so.
That nigga was crashing.
Like if you cross me and disrespect me, like I go into like
you like rip up
So
all
you're
the
like,
shit.
you're like
Don't
slashing tires,
Like
like
you'll-
cutting
No,
off.
I'm
bleach
like,
all his clothes, type
I'm
shit?
not slashing tire. I'm like more calculating than that.
Oh, so
Oh,
like
no,
you're like
that's
sending
scary.
someone with like AIDS to come do with him type shit. Right?
Whoa.
Yeah,
One time you told me
Hey,
you'll burn my
hey,
She didn't
apartment
say
down.
no. She didn't say no. She
One
didn't
time you
say
told me
no.
you'll burn my apartment down. You told me that one time.
Yeah, but I was just talking shit.
Okay.
No, she's not
Remember
talking
I
shit.
slammed the
She's
fan
not
in my.
talking shit.
Yeah, I threw a fan at him.
See,
no.
and that's crucial because
Yeah.
if he has the fan, you know it's hot in that bitch. And
No,
you,
summertime.
I brought the fan to cool him off, and he didn't appreciate it, so I chucked it
She's
at
like,
him.
"Do you want the fan?" I'm like, "No." She's like, like, why not? Basically, I'm like, I don't need the fan. Like, I'm not hot.
I was thinking about it.
Mine's
and
not
he
hot.
didn't say thank you.
She got cheese and like.
I'm like,
the
you
whole fan. I said no to the fan.
we all hot in this bitch.
we all gonna suffer now,
Listen,
nigga.
listen. She has her moments. She has her little moments where she can, get a little.
But at least you're being real though.
Mm.
That's what I rock with the most. I feel like you're actually being genuine.
This is your
in all
first time meeting her
answers.
too, so
yeah,
you kind
I
of
feel
see
like you're
like.
actual being genuine because even in the question where it's like you see so much nowadays where women be like, yeah, I want the man to do all this, and then you say
And they have nothing
what do you bring
to
to the table,
provide.
and they're like, I am the table. It's like,
I hate that answer.
Fucking hate that worst
You know
answer
what?
possible. Yo.
I'm gonna agree with you.
yeah.
I think that there's a lot of women out there that, and there's men too. It's not just women. I don't want to hate on one sex. I think there's a lot of people that feel entitled. And I'm going to say it within my own sex. I know bitches that feel because they have the pussy, they could be ditzy, dumb, unsupportive, lying, broke.
Broke.
With baby daddies and with drama and with trauma, and just because they have the pussy, they expect the man to deliver. And I'm just like, bitch, get real. Like, fucking look at yourself in the mirror. I think everybody needs to be accountable for themselves.
Yeah.
I know I have high expectations, but I have a lot to offer.
Pause.
But I know I'm a lot to handle.
Anyways, so when I was in the Big Brother house, Min Lee looked kind of different,
Okay, I have a question for you.
Listen. How's life after BBL? You know what I'm saying? You got a nice thing going on. I want another chance to to.
It's not BBL Drizzy, it's BBL Mini.
Hey, yeah, mini. Talk about it. Let's hear.
Talk about what?
Like what the difference, like before and after, like.
Has life changed?
Yeah, but I'll say before. Obviously, you were like obviously attractive before, but like,
Well, I
BBLs.
always wanted a fat ass
Yeah.
since I was like 10.
Oh wow.
10?
Damn.
Yeah, I used to watch BET Uncut. And I was like,
Me too.
No, hold on. How old are you again?
I'm 30. I'm Jesus' age.
Churchy tree.
33?
33.
BT Uncut. I'm sure you ain't got that with them times. That wasn't
Yeah,
that fat. The fattest ass on BT them times was like Beyonce, no?
Hey, that
No,
was
there
fat.
was
back
like-
in-
No. Back in the day,
up
no,
on that
for
video?
sure. When they said it was
Check
like
up on
40
it.
All
feet.
these like video hoes that like had fat asses that were on the cover of like Vibe and XXL and like
So you always aspired to have that shape?
yeah, 100%. I would like cut out these girls and like put them on my wall. They would inspire me to work out. I was obsessed with working out. I thought I could achieve an ass like that from like weightlifting, but you can't change your genetics. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't move fat that like accumulates in a certain area to just isolated spot. So yeah, I've always wanted a fat ass. Basically.
So what was that process like? Like what did it, like were you sitting in the car backwards and all that type of shit?
And where did you go get it done?
In Houston.
You couldn't sit down on the plane type shit. Like,
no, I had a BBL. I had a BBL pillow, so I was like literally like sitting on my thighs. But like every time I rode in a car, I was like
backwards.
This,
yeah. I seen those ones.
BBL mini.
Yeah.
Would you? Okay, so I've seen.
It was a lot of fucking work, and it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of effort, and yeah.
I've seen a lot of women say like they regret it and whatever, blah blah. Are you cool with yours? Like, is that something that
I don't
regret or?
At one point, I regretted it.
Yeah.
Like, when I was healing, I went through like a depression, but I like did my research prior to, and I think it's like a normal thing.
Yeah.
But my ex-fiance paid for it. So
it was free. A free
no,
BL.
He knew I wanted that. And then I fucking like blamed him after I did it. I was like,
Damn.
why would you let me do this? I regret it. Why you don't love me? He's like, this is what you wanted. And I was like, I don't know what I want anymore.
They're still on her side?
Life is crazy.
This is why you and Jam didn't work out.
life is crazy. Still,
Okay, but like okay, overall, like.
But now.
Yeah. How is it like?
So, okay, there's there's pros and cons to everything. I feel like I get a lot more male attention, which is annoying. And I thought that I would like that, but I don't.
at all?
No, not at all. I feel like in certain, if you can like isolate the situations.
Yeah.
But
Is it because the type of guys that be on you?
No,
or?
it's not even that. It's just like because like as a person myself, I'm very like independent, and I go places by myself and I travel by myself. So like I just don't, there's pervs out there. There's people like sexual harassment.
Like this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Want to see your beautiful face.
Yeah. I don't want to be. I feel like you could attract more.
So you're just being sexualized all the time.
Yeah, you could be sexualized, and then like there's times you don't want to be sexualized.
Yeah.
There's also stereotypes with it, though. Would you say like I feel like you're a woman?
Yeah.
You're a woman of substance, right? So when
Exactly.
people can tell you have a BBL.
Yeah.
I don't think yours is super obvious, but it's like I feel like when I see a woman with a like obvious BBL, I feel like I know what kind of woman she is.
Yeah.
Like most men feel
That's
like
true.
she wants a bag an NBA player and a rapper or whatever. Not saying that's you, but like the ones that are like the obvious BB one, the ones that don't match the thighs type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Pillow
Like,
body.
Well, you know what? I seen a TikTok, and you know how they be writing a little. I'm just getting into TikTok now.
Yeah.
Late, but they write the little things about TikTok, and it says girls that do everything for male attention, or being best friends with a girl that does everything for male attention scares me. So that's the thing that girls been posting, and you're saying like when you do something like that, it's obvious that you're gonna get male attention. It's not for female attention.
Well, for me personally, I've always been obsessed with the female body, and I've always loved girls that are like pear shaped. I've never been like a big titty gal. Like I would never want to get my tits done.
big titty girl? Watch out.
No, number one.
The way you said it.
My tits are bigger now because I gained weight. They lipoed the fat, so they look bigger. But I would never put fake implants in my breasts because there's like it's toxic, number one. There's breast implant illness, number two. And I'm so paranoid, and I have like hypochondria. I would be paranoid that I have like this disorder, blah, 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 right? At least it's your own fat. But I myself have always like loved the female body, and that's something that I thought was very beautiful. Like I like curvy, but like skinny at the top, curvy on the bottom. That's what I've always liked for myself to feel sexy. Not even like, because so many guys that I knew were like, why are you going to touch your body? You're perfect. You look good. Why would you do that to yourself? It's not about them. It was about me. That's what I wanted. But
is it more like would you say it's like a confidence boost for you?
It was a
when you look in the mirror?
Yeah, it's weird though, because you don't even like, it takes time for you to acknowledge that that's your body.
Like when you get it done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, whoa, you're disassociated from it. And you have like body dysmorphia because you know what you looked like before. And
So you're saying that gave you body dysmorphia?
I think there's like a study where like if you have plastic surgery in general, like you have body dysmorphia.
Got you.
And I feel like when you have surgery, you're swollen and you have this perception of yourself that you can change. So then you start looking at everything and you're like, oh, I could change this. I could change that. I could change this. So it subconsciously influences the way that you see yourself.
Yeah.
But my girls will be like, bro, did you see how you looked before? Like you look, like all my girls are like, you look bomb. Like you look so good. Like you look natural. And I'm just like, it's weird because I don't own it. I'm like, oh yeah, really? It's kind of like a fat girl that loses a bunch of weight and starts getting all this like attention and starts sleeping. I'm not saying I'm sleeping around, but like the example of like they're sleeping around and they don't know their worth because they don't know what they look like. Like they look in the mirror and they see the fat girl, but they're actually skinny. That's kind of how I feel. Like I'm getting all this attention. I'm like, oh, my ass is small. They're like, what are you talking about? Like your ass is fat. Like it's big.
So you're not used to it
I'm
pretty
like,
much.
no, like it was much fatter because I was swollen. I was used to seeing myself. When I came out of surgery, I cried. You could understand that I cried because I cry easy. But I was like, I saw my shadow and I was like, I look like a Bug's Life.
Bug's Life is crazy. That's insane.
Bugs Life, shout out Pixar.
Pixar Wagwan.
Bug's Life is yo.
Holy shit. But now you're cool with it though. Like now you've gotten used to it a bit, or are you still adapting?
I'm still not. I don't think.
How long has it been now? Like a year now?
I don't feel like. Oh yeah, I still feel like I want to go back in.
Not you.
Yeah?
I want to go back.
Oh, yeah,
in.
actually, you told me, yeah.
Yeah, because I had like complications. I had like seroma, so like there were like water pockets. My stomach is not on flat like I expected it to be. I had complications. I had a lot of swelling. I have fibrosis, like scar tissue. I had to keep massaging it. It's a lot of fucking work for me. Some bitches, easy peasy breezy. Not for me.
Well, be careful. That's all I'll say.
Real shit.
'Cause, obviously, we seen like DC Young Fly's Baby Mom. Like, there's just been a lot of.
I thought I was gonna die.
fuckery,
I made a
you know?
death. I made a like
A letter?
a list
Wow.
for
Yeah.
my ex before I went into surgery. I was like, if I die, you need to contact these people, and like this is the person. Start asterisk. You need to contact this person for the funeral services. And he was like, no, you're
Damn,
not.
that's fucking crazy.
Bro,
Doesn't the doctors kind of
that's
like
serious,
and,
yo.
like
he was so like he's so Mr. Positive. Like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're
well,
gonna
you
be
need that type
fine.
of energy
Right,
mindset, you know.
because then I wouldn't have done it. But my surgery took longer than it was supposed to. It was like normally he says it's like 2 hours. For me, it took like 3.5.
Wow.
So my dude was gaslighting me the whole time. Like you're fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
He's supposed to be one of the best, no?
He's the best.
What's his name?
Dr. Jung. Shout out to Dr. Jung.
Drake's
The
nigga.
Asian?
Jung Money.
That's Drake's nigga, though.
Yeah.
The one that he sings
He's
raps
friends
about.
with Drake.
Oh, I seen that.
She
Yeah,
went
yeah,
to Jung and she bought a body.
Jeez.
Yeah, that guy.
I seen that.
When you go to the operating room, all you hear is Drake. You walk into his office, you see like a painting of him facing Drake like an album cover. This guy loves off Drake.
Shout out Drake, bro. He's
He's
the GOAT.
Canadian. My surgeon's
okay,
Canadian Chinese from Vancouver.
Yeah.
So they got that Canadian thing going on. And then he met me and he was like, yo, Canadian patient, I like you.
Yeah.
But my ex was like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. And then like they didn't call him after 2 hours. So then he was just like waiting because I just talked so much shit to him. I'm like, babe, I might die. I'm gonna die. Babe, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. If I die, call these people. He's like, you're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. So it was actually nice to see that when he picked me up, this man was nervous. Like this man was shaken up. So I'm like, okay, you do love me.
You have to come back for a part two.
Part
Part
two.
two.
Part 2,
How's
part
it-
3, part
does
4,
the mic
part
sound
5,
good?
part 6, part 7, part 8. Like R. Kelly trapped in the closet. That's what's gonna happen.
Part one,
Do
part
we
two,
sound
part
good? You
three,
hear
part
us?
four,
Please.
part five,
Do you hear us?
Part
was
1,
rapping
part 2,
for a
part 3,
second,
part
dog.
4. 7 o'clock in the morning, the rays from the sun wakes me up. I'm scratching and yawning in a bed that don't belong to me.
Jeez.
And a voice yells, "Good morning, darling," from the bathroom.
Bathroom. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yo,
We need more than one part. We need more than one episode with the one and only Min Lee. You feel me? The narcissistic Medusa. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Follow Min Lee's social media platforms. And any last words, Min Lee, or anybody? Min Lee, get the last word.
Perception is not reality, okay? I'm heavily misunderstood. What you see is not what you get, but what you see is what you get. Right? Like, I'm real.
I'm not.
I'm not scripted. I'm
That's
unscripted.
it. I'm not.
I'm unscripted, but let me ask you a question. Do you think I'm easy?
You? I told you already. I don't think you're as easy as people think. You know what I'm saying? People see the pretty face, the BBL, the reality TV clips or whatever. I don't think you're as easy as people may perceive.
I don't think I'm easy.
You know what I'm saying? I know
I think I'm difficult.
knowing you and knowing your kind of type, you're not all just like looks. I feel like someone that's easy goes by like kind of like looks. You know what
But
I'm
I'll
saying?
confirm that because this is my first time meeting you. Obviously, anytime I've seen you has been social media or
TV.
on TV or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Like, and it's way different in person. You are way different in person. I feel like you're actually mad real. And that's why I liked about this conversation. So shout out to you for actually being real.
I'm gonna have to second that because this is my second time meeting you. But the first time I met you, you weren't really talking that much, or like this circumstance.
fresh
we were in.
off of-
like But
Yeah.
now it's like I'm getting a complete different perception of you. And it's like, yeah, I hear you.
5
say your
years.
perception
I
is
understand
like,
why
yeah.
Jam rocks with you.
No, exactly, 100%. That's basically what I'm
And
getting
you
at.
didn't understand before, huh?
No,
You're like,
I
why?
definitely did not
You're like,
understand before.
why?
Is that your obia?
I'm not gonna hold you.
Obia means like bad luck
We
in
thought you were
Jamaican.
process. We thought you were process,
You're
for
like,
real.
okay, yeah.
But you're not.
You might just be unlucky. Just
They
whatever
found out
it is.
today that I was the problem. They found out.
Yeah,
You told them today I was the problem.
You might be the crosses.
What's that?
I might be the cross-
It might be
What?
He might be the one that's crosses still, the one that's unlucky.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right, shout out to Min Lee for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? On the mad note, we out here. Like, comment, subscribe, follow our socials. Let's get out of here. 85 episodes, niggas.
Peace.
Get out of here.